Johann Sebastian Bach was born on March 31st, 1685 in Eisenach, Germany. He was the son of Johann Ambrosius Bach, the director of the town musicians, and Maria Elisabeth Lammerhirt. In 1694, tragedy struck. His mother and father both died, leaving Bach an orphan at the age of 10. Bach then moved in with his oldest brother, Johann Christoph Bach, the organist at St. Michael's Church in Ohrdruf, Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg. There, he studied, performed, and copied music. At the age of 14, Bach was awarded a choral scholarship to study at the prestigious St. Michael's School in Lüneburg. Shortly after graduating from St. Michael's, Bach was appointed court musician in the chapel of Duke Johann Ernest III in Weimar. During his 7th-month tenure in Weimar, his reputation as a keyboardist spread, so much in fact that he was invited to inspect the new organ and give the inaugural recital at St. Boniface's Church in Arnstadt. Bach returned to Weimar, this time as an organist. He became the director of music at the ducal court, where he had an opportunity to work with professional musicians. Bach's time in Weimar was the start of his period of composing for keyboard and orchestral works. Bach gained the confidence to extend upon his skills and to include influences from across Europe. He learned to write dramatic openings and how to employ dynamic motor rhythms and harmonic schemes from transcribing Italian composer Vivaldi's string and wind concertos for harpsichord and organ, something that had never been done before. While in Weimar, Bach wrote Toccata and Fugue in D minor, one of his most popular pieces. As the years went on, Bach grew in popularity. His music was something everyone wanted to listen to. He was even commissioned to write for dukes and princes. Living through his fame, Bach continued to compose music all the way up to his death on July 28, 1750. Throughout his life, Bach wrote over 1,000 pieces, spanning from church hymns and choral pieces to full orchestral works. Bach had become such an influential composer that his very death marks the end of the Baroque period. I chose Bach as my composer of choice over people like Mozart or Beethoven because he was one of the first artists in his time to really be famous before his death. He traveled Europe, he played for princes, he played for dukes, and he understood music to such a degree that he could compose for almost any occasion. He knew so many different instruments and how they intertwined with one another and the way they sounded and the way harmonics worked within that faction. He's one of the reasons why I personally went into music when I was younger. In 5th grade, I started band, and I went from 5th grade all the way up to senior year in high school. Within that period, I learned the trumpet, the trombone, the tuba, the baritone. I haven't been in a music program since, but I'm trying to teach myself violin and guitar and hoping to buy a piano that I can start teaching myself that. He had a hunger for learning music, and that hunger is what fueled the fire within me to want to learn music, and it's the reason why I want to tell you why he's so great. Just to show off the instruments that I do have, there is my trumpet right there that I've had since the 5th grade. This violin that is way older than me. This is probably a violin that's all the way back from like the 30s or 40s. This is a violin that was actually given to me by my aunt. She used to play violin, and she really wanted me to give it a shot and give it a go. I can't play it at all. I think playing a violin is one of the hardest things you can possibly do. It's all on the wrist, and apparently I don't have that ability, though I am still trying. With my guitar, I can't really play this. I can play like the normal stuff that anybody could really play, like Smoke on the Water or something like that, something silly like that, but I've really been trying to learn how to, just fundamentals, just in how to play it. I think it's pretty cool. Really hope that I really gravitate to it and can really learn it. If you have any questions about Bach, the Baroque period, or if you want to know how to get into music, or how can you teach yourself music, or the easiest instruments to use to really get into music, then please feel free to ask. I will try to answer your questions to the best of my ability. Thanks for watching.